And maybe this has some implications for The Undertaker and WrestleMania. Maybe it's why I left a little bit of space for him at WrestleMania 30. With this being the road to WrestleMania season, once again, you all know what happens around this time of the year. Talk about Sting possibly coming to the WWE. Now, normally I wouldn't mention something like this, but a situation has presented itself to where maybe it requires a little bit more attention than necessary. So if you guys don't know, the stage was set last week on Impact that Sting is going to be in a title versus career match versus the TNA World Champion Magnus. If Sting was to win that match, of course, he wins the World Championship. And if he loses, his TNA contract is torn up. Well, spoiler alert, if anybody cares, I'm sure you probably don't, so I'll go ahead and say, yes, Sting loses the match and his contract is torn up. We've heard this for years. Is this the time that Sting finally makes his way to WWE?
God, I hope not.
Well, all righty then.
The Sting Undertaker stuff is, talk about a window being closed. We stood up here and we talked about how great the Undertaker's matches have to be now and how every match is going to be really good and you only have so many left. To put it lightly, that match would fucking blow. And really, I kind of like the whole idea of Sting never, being in the company. I think that could be the one dream match that maybe, just stays in our imaginations and not be able to have it, because the last thing you want is to do that match and have it not live up to expectations because guys are really on the tail end of their careers and it doesn't quite meet the expectations everybody wants it to, and it just kind of becomes the, whole disappointment rather than a great event. So maybe keep that as the one that we just never got to see, and I'm completely fine with that happening. So, no, I mean, if Sting wants to, do business with WWE, that's fine, but I don't want to see the Sting Undertaker match.
I want it. I want it so bad. I don't care how old they are, really. I just, if nothing else, I want to see them both make their entrances and come down to the ramp and just stay in the ring and look at each other. And if they do this match, it's going to be probably both of their last matches, so they can go all out and do whatever needs to be done in order to make the match at least tolerable in most people's eyes. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I've wanted this match for, as long as I can remember. When I first saw Sting and started making comparisons between him and The Undertaker when I was a little kid. So, I mean, I don't care how old they are. I want to see the match.
With this match, if that were to happen, I would do what Jay has patented. I would pull a Sting because I would, pass out because I don't want to watch this shit. Anyway, I don't want Sting in WWE. I mean, I like Sting. He's a legend and stuff, but he can't go anymore. He wears T-shirts to the ring. I know, just Sting, retire too. You had your run. You were in TNA. That's all good and stuff. Just, I don't need you in the Taker's match, no. And I think there's better things for Taker to be doing than Sting, because Sting can't go anymore. That's kind of the thing with WrestleMania and Undertaker. You have to go with people who can go. Yeah, just don't come to WWE, Sting. Just do us all a favor and just, be that I don't like the WWE guy. That's all good and fine. Just, you keep being all cute over there then.
Yeah, I don't want this match to happen either. Charlie says this could be a dream match. This isn't even a dream match for me. I don't even think about this match. This match just doesn't happen. It doesn't. I don't want it to happen. If they're too old, don't let them happen. Let's just have, Undertaker Cena. Undertaker versus someone who's, great in the ring. We need a good match. This match won't be good. Good on paper, sure. Good to watch, probably not. So, no. No. Not going to happen.
I have to say, Sting is a very intelligent individual. He structured his contract in a way that just so happens his one-year contract always expires around WrestleMania time. Therefore, he continues to make himself relevant because he always comes into the conversation around this time of the year, and I'm pretty sure he's well compensated for that fact. Now, I originally held the position that I didn't care. Like, fuck it. Like, he didn't come to WWE when he had the chance to, but it seems like every year these rumors keep coming up, and I honestly want it to happen. I do. Just because I think the atmosphere would be so fucking insane. Like I was talking about with Batista earlier on in the night. It makes me proud to be a wrestling fan just to see other people excited for something. And even though I'm not the biggest Sting fan, I never really called myself a Sting fan ever, just to know that other people would go crazy, fucking ape shit, fat nuts crazy, whatever that is, over Sting coming to the WWE, that makes me hype about it actually happening. And I honestly believe that Sting needs to come to the WWE to reestablish his legacy before he ends up, riding off in the sunset or whatever. He needs that WWE marketing machine to establish this guy as, or at least reestablish him as a legend. Because let's go ahead and call a spade a spade. There are millions of people out there that don't know what the fuck happened to Sting after 2001. After WCW closed its doors, they don't know what the hell is going on with Sting. They probably have forgotten about the dude. And I think him being in WWE, it brings him into the fold and it gives him a footprint in that company, because I think that he kind of needs to have at least one match in WWE for things that make sense for me, basically. Because if he ends up retiring and he comes to WWE, does the whole Hall of Fame run and things like that, like, that'll be all great, but I think he needs to have a footprint in the company himself as a competitor, because I don't buy the whole thing that he's the most famous person to never go to WWE, because that's kind of ass backwards to me, because you're the most famous wrestler to never be in the biggest professional wrestling organization that has ever existed and will ever exist. So I honestly think he needs WWE.
Well, it would have been cool if they had done it when he was still coming out in the cave, like the big jacket, and he was doing all, Now it's like, is he really going to come out and wrestle Undertaker WrestleMania in a T-shirt? Like, is that really what we're going to go with?
But you brought up a great point, though, Charlie, when you said that this is one of those dream matches that should remain a dream match, because basically nothing that they do in reality could ever eclipse what we believe in our minds, because we see these as two domineering figures in the wrestling industry, and the fact that they've been apart for decades and they've charted out legendary careers, the fact that they could collide one-on-one, maybe it is too good to be true. I'll go ahead and admit that. Maybe it is too good to be true.
I just want to say, how could you bash me for wanting a Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker match with that atmosphere? Because that atmosphere would be off the chart. But I'll let that go. Also,
Whoa.
Come on. Sting has not be so much different compared to Bray Wyatt. No.
They're not even on the same fucking planet.
And I just want to say, you want to talk about how it's great for fans to be enjoying the match. You like that presence. So what's your excuse for CM Punk and Taker then? Because I remember fans being really into that, and you kind of like
that's not the be all end all for me. It adds to the atmosphere, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to excuse bullshit just because someone else.
Okay, so what's your excuse for hating John Cena then?
Hey, I didn't say that was my excuse. I don't care about atmosphere. Well, I kind of do, but whatever. And I can't say I hate John. I can't say I hate John Cena right now because I've used that up. It's gone. Just let it go, man. The time is over, in my opinion.
I can't say I'm tired of having matches that have never happened. You know what I mean? Like we got enough of that in the real world with like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather never getting a fight. This needs to happen. You don't know how many times I've sat here and created Sting on a WWE game just to see this match happen. I don't care. I don't give a fuck how old they are. Just the two figures in the ring is enough for me. They could put on, it's Taker and Sting. They're two of the best wrestlers of all time. So they could put on a decent enough match where it'll hold up enough. But just having the two figures in the ring, the presence and the aura in the arena is what I need to see on my TV.
Okay,
So
go.
what he wants is.
Go ahead.
Okay, you go on, Jay. Never mind.
Go ahead.
I just want to say, what you want in the match then is just Sting be outside the ring for 15 minutes. Undertaker be like, okay, come on in, hold your Sting, come on in. Come on in, let's do this. That's all I see that match ended up being, but that's okay. You have different strokes for different folks, I guess.
After all, I mean, pulling a Sting, it's named after him, so I wouldn't expect anything less. And
his sharpshooter sucks these days. I mean, do we really want to see him versus Undertaker? Like, if I'm comparing it to what he did in TNA, he is not good at the moment, so do we really want this? Like, really?
Okay, honestly, I want to go around the table. I want a yes or no answer. I'm not asking you whether you want it to happen. I'm simply asking you, is this the year where Sting comes to the WWE?
No.
I can't see it.
Hell no.
No.
Well, all right.
No.
Honestly, I'm going to say yes.
Yo.
Hey, I don't have a problem with it.
I know I'm probably wrong, but hey, whatever.
I hope you're wrong at the very least. Because if you're right, I'm going to be blaming this all on you. This is your fault, Jay. You brought this upon us.
You know what? If you
want WrestleMania
Sting versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania, you go ahead and he's not even in the game, so.
Yeah, never mind.
No, you
pop in WWE 2K14, go to WWE Shop, Community Creations, download Sting, then you get Undertaker versus Sting.
I think we all can agree.
The first thing you want is download whatever version, whatever floats your boat.
Preferably a younger one and more competent in the ring.
I think we all could agree, though, if that match were to happen, it'd be the WrestleMania size pulling a Sting moment. I mean, it'd be on the WrestleMania recalls, I think. Like, oh my God, is Sting just laying there? Is he dead? No, he'll be up in a minute. Give him time.